Alright, this video is going to be on finding the right sensitivity. Everyone's going to watch this on the team. Gonna go over it with the M4 first, because your M4 sensitivity should be a little bit lower than your AK sensitivity. And Anthony from Tomfoolery is here to help me. You can say hi, Anthony.
Hello.
Alright, so Anthony, come to mid and stand under cat right here. Okay, so the first thing is, this is about 25 meters here, the distance I have from him. With the M4, we're going to back up to about 35. And this is the distance, especially on a map like this, that I want you guys to be fighting at, maybe more, because the M4 is more accurate than the AK-47. The AK-47 does more damage, and up close, because accuracy is less important, it is better than the M4. But at farther distances, the M4 is better than the AK-47, which is why you might see a lot of the pro players switching between them depending on the map and depending on their team setup. Anyways, so to find the right sensitivity, we're going to keep it at head level. You can do this with a buddy. You can also shoot a couple bullets in the wall. But what we're doing is we're giving ourselves some space from our left to our right, keeping it at head level, and you just move to the right while moving your mouse slowly to the left. And see if you can keep it on his head without it being too shaky and too much variance on like where it's going. See, I have it at 900 DPI and it should be at 1 sense. Let me check. Yeah, I'm going to put it down to 0 because it's a little bit shaky. So right now it's at 900. It's a little bit easier to keep it at head level with the lower sensitivity from far distances. Now you'll notice if I move close to him and I try doing the same thing with low sensitivity, it's really hard to keep it at head level. You have to kind of use your whole mouse pad and do it faster. So that's why with the M4, because we're going to be fighting people at longer distances, I want you to keep it at a lower sensitivity. With the AK-47, I'll go over that next. You're going to work at a distance of about 15 meters. And you're going to be peeking corners close. This is why I want you at this distance, maybe even 10 meters. And you're going to be keeping it on his head with a little bit higher sensitivity, maybe about 100 DPI, 200 DPI more than your M4 sensitivity, or you can use the in-game sensitivity and move it up a couple of notches just till it's comfortable and steady. So that's finding your right sensitivity. So again, mine's at 900 DPI at 0 sensitivity for the M4A1. And I can keep it happily on his head the entire time while moving. Anthony, why don't you go ahead and kill me so I can get an M4? I mean an AK-47. Executed. Alright, stay there. I'm right up here. I'm going to raise my sensitivity a little bit. Yeah, stay there. Oh, sorry. Okay, this is better. So right now I've raised the notch about 2 sensitivity. I'm using the same DPI, and I want you about 10 meters away. And what you're going to do is keep it at head level with the AK. You're going to be our close combat people, the people up front pretty much. And so when you turn a corner like this, you got to be able to react, which is why you have higher sensitivity. Versus an M4, when he turns a corner, he's going to put his back to the wall and peek like this. Like a this. There's that first voice crack of the video. Alright. So we're going to go over how to peek next. With an AK, you're up front like this if they're pushing A long. You don't have to be in this spot particularly, and this is going to vary for all the maps, of course. But Anthony, why don't you run up A long here? You can run up in the middle, on the left, right side, it doesn't matter. Just let me know when you're at the corner and then when you're running up.
Okay, just run up the corner.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep I'm gonna pin my crosshair to the corner, and using the same movement before as we aimed on the head, I'm gonna peek Anthony as he runs up, and
I just got DC'd.
and he just got DC'd. GG, easy win.
Okay, I'll be right back. Hold on.
Alright.
Just keep them distracted.
Yeah, I forgot to go over the too for Dave. Dave's our sniper, so do the finding the right sensitivity for the too as well.
Oh damn, if she had crashed, I'll be there in a second.
Alright. One moment, guys. You can fast forward a little bit if you want right now. Until we get into the game. Because I don't feel like editing the video.
Alright, loading up CrossFire. My DC again at some point, I don't know when. I don't know.
Alright. Alright, go up along to the snake area, and then, actually come under cat, we're gonna do the sensitivity.
Alright.
If you're not sure of the sensitivity, a general rule of thumb is between your M4 sensitivity and your AK-47 sensitivity, but leaning more towards the M4 sensitivity. Lower sensitivity with the because you're going to be hard scoping a lot of angles at long distances. It's going to give you more consistency, and you're going to miss less of your long range shots. Which is where we're going to be playing you. So I want you on the lower end of the sensitivity, but at the same time, you need to be able to adjust with the and you need to be able to quick scope. A higher sensitivity is pretty much going to allow you to quick scope easier, whereas a lower sensitivity, you can hold these angles and make the flicks a little bit easier. So depending on how you're playing, if you're playing, say, I don't know, if you're, I don't know. I want you on the lower end of the sensitivity, but what you're going to do is keep it on his head, zoom in a little bit, and see if you can keep it on his head. Then I want you to fall back to a farther arm distance and do the same thing, and try to keep it within one head distance away. What I mean by that is like right there and right there. The farther back you go, the harder it's going to be. But if you can keep it on his head like that, as you move left and right, you're pretty much golden. Also, if you're playing a close range map like Mexico, you're going to raise your sensitivity just a tad, maybe one notch, and that'll let you turn the corner and quick scope them easier, as I missed. So right now I have 900 DPI and 2 sensitivity for the AK. I would switch it down to about maybe one sensitivity, 900 DPI. But I want it to be comfortable for you. But again, this is a rule of thumb. Just use this technique to find out if you can keep it steady on his head. Like right now it's even a little high. So if I lower it, it makes it a lot easier to keep it on his head. And I'll be able to be more consistent with my flicks as they turn the corner. But you don't want it too low because you want to be able to quick scope and stuff like that. Alright, Stalker, you want to kill me? Alright, so Stalker, play triple box, alright? Go up to triple box on A side. So the AKs are going to be playing up here as they peek the corner. I want you to run up to this angle. I don't want you to be able to see them from right there because you could get sniped. So about right here, right about here as you peek this angle. General rule of thumb is AKs up front with the M4 supporting them in the back. As you peek, you want it to be smooth and you want to wiggle peek. If they have a sniper, you want to peek wide. If they have a sniper playing, say, where he's playing, you don't want to wiggle peek because when you wiggle peek, you're basically standing still. And it's easy body shot because you're standing still for about half a second. So if I peek wide, though, he's going to miss the shot and I can kill him. But against rifle teams, I want you wiggle peek this angle, wiggle peek this angle, wiggle peek, you know. Just continue to wiggle peek all the angles. Punjabi, undercat, you don't see him. You got to check the spots real quick, watch your cat first pillar, and check line trains, etc. But AKs, you're going to be up front, so maybe one person is going to be coming down low and crossing down low to kill the guys down lower cat. You can even continue to come up under here and flank. Whereas the M4s are going to be playing in the back. And especially with an M4, this is going to be a video for like Underfoot's going to be using the M4. I'm going to use the M4. And Dave's going to alternate between AK and M4 depending on how he's feeling. Everyone else is going to use AKs. As a general rule of thumb, you want to pin your crosshair to the corner like so, and as you peek it, and then you can adjust once you see him. But you won't have to adjust far because you already pinned your crosshair to the corner, versus just like aiming up here to watch like one spot and then peeking wide, because then you have to adjust a lot more. So Anthony, play triple. As I peek, I'm going to pin my back to this wall right here, try to keep the distance of the M4, and go slowly. Alright, play the other side of the triple. So as I turn the corner, first of all, you can even go barracks if you want, otherwise come up to about right here. Keep your distance. You're peeking. See how I'm sweeping? I'm sweeping slowly at a long distance. You're sweeping, and my back's pretty much to this wall. I'm just maximizing with the M4, maximizing the distance between me and the enemy player. If they have an AUM and I'm fighting an AUM, then with an M4 you want to get close, of course. The closer the better. But if against anyone else, I want you to maximize the distance. Kill me, Anthony. Alright, play the same spot. With the AK, I have less accuracy from a long distance. So if I try to do that, I'm sweeping. If I try to do that, I want to get up close to minimize the accuracy loss. And I can kill him right there. Up closer, it's a little easier, and it's one shot to the head. So if you're playing far distance with an AK and they have armor, which they will, do you have armor in your inventory, Stalker, or no?
Nope.
If I'm from this distance, it probably won't kill them in one shot to the head if they have armor. And all the tourneys from now on are going to have armor. So you want to get up close and kill them like that. That's pretty much the difference between the AK and the M4. With the AUM, I'll go over, I'll do a couple videos, one for each weapon. But you want to practice as you turn corners, pinning your crosshair and adjusting quickly. So Anthony, go play cat. Alright, go on the elbow to the left, to your right. So if I'm going to kill the guy cat with an AK, I definitely want to get up close before I fight him. That way I have a better chance of spraying him down. And I'm pinning my crosshair to the corner as I turn it, and I can kill him right away. Versus, I don't want to fight him back here. If he has an M4, then we're at about a 35-meter distance. I don't want to fight him from over here. I want to try and get him close. But then again, I don't want you guys always pushing them, especially if it's a 3v2 or a 3v1 in our favor. We want to sit back and make them come to us. So what you want to do with an AK is watch a closer angle, like window. And with the AK, you got to call out where you're watching first. Hold that close angle and let us know. We'll have M4s watching the long range angles. But those close angles are definitely going to be the biggest threat in terms of who's going to get killed, because at a long range they have a higher chance of missing at first, so we can kind of adapt to that. But you definitely want to pick an angle, close range angle, and I want you to watch your close range angles with the AKs. We're just going to play distances as a team, etc. Alright, I'm going to end the video.
Alright.